Who was Breonna Taylor? Breonna Taylor was a 26-year-old African-American woman who was fatally shot in her Louisville, Kentucky apartment on March 13th, 2020, when white plainclothes police officers forced their way into her home. Those officers were Jonathan Mattingly and Miles Cosgrove. Breonna Taylor and her boyfriend Kenneth Walker were asleep when Kenneth Walker heard someone trying to break into Breonna's apartment. He grabbed his gun and fired one shot, which, when he fired that one shot, the plainclothes officers who had broken into her home, Jonathan Mattingly and Miles Cosgrove, they claimed that Kenneth Walker's one shot hit Jonathan Mattingly in the thigh, but I believe Jonathan Mattingly was hit by friendly fire. Breonna Taylor was shot 5 times. One of those bullets was fatal, which was fired by Miles Cosgrove, which hit her square in the chest. Jonathan Mattingly fired 6 shots. Miles Cosgrove fired 16 shots. And Brett Hankerson also fired 16 shots from outside. Breonna Taylor bled internally. It has been over a year, and we are still waiting for justice for Breonna Taylor. So here's what justice looks like for Breonna Taylor. Brett Hankerson was fired. He was in September, and he was charged with wanton endangerment for firing shots into the Breonna Taylor's neighbor's apartment, but not for firing shots into her apartment. Detectives Miles Cosgrove and Joshua James were also fired. Joshua James was fired because he lied to a judge to obtain the no-knock search warrant on Breonna Taylor's apartment. The city of Louisville, Kentucky has paid $12 million to the family of Breonna Taylor, but that does not bring Breonna Taylor back. That's not justice. Justice would be those officers being charged for murdering Breonna Taylor. And I also believe that the Attorney General, Daniel Cameron, should be also charged because he withheld evidence and he lied to a grand jury. Because of Breonna Taylor's family, there has been a bill passed to ban no-knock warrants. It's called the Breonna's Law. But will that stop police officers from kicking in people's doors at 12:30 in the morning when they are asleep? Experts say no. I also want to add that there are some YouTube websites out there that are putting out false information about Breonna Taylor's death and Kenneth Walker. And I want to say that you should be ashamed of yourself because this 26-year-old woman could have been your sister or your auntie. And to put out false information about her death is just ridiculous. There was a teacher who, during her virtual class, said that Breonna Taylor would be alive if she hadn't been hanging around bad people. Breonna Taylor was asleep when those police officers kicked in her door. She wasn't hanging around anybody, so that's a lie. Her boyfriend who was selling drugs, she had broke up with him months ago. All right, guys. We're still waiting for justice for Breonna Taylor. And hopefully it won't be another year before Jonathan Mattingly, Miles Cosgrove, and Brett Hankerson are charged with murder. Because currently nothing has happened to Jonathan Mattingly. He is still supposedly nursing a bullet wound. All right, guys. Y'all stay healthy and stay blessed. And I'm out. Justice for Breonna Taylor.